So everyone, Tiger here. Today we are going to be doing a One Piece discussion video. Haven't done one of these in a while. But today we are going to do the Momonosuke and Zunisha video that I was going to do like a week or two ago, but ended up not doing because I realized I should probably research this more before I actually did the video. So we are doing that now, and also it is storming here, so you're probably gonna hear like thunder and rain in the background. Just thought y'all should know that, in case you were wondering. So I have the video structured out as so. First, I'm going through facts about Zunisha, then facts about Momonosuke, and then questions I have for like the both of them, and what the crap is up with those two. So first of all, facts about Zunisha, or what we know about Zunisha. She was alive during the Void Century. She is 1,000 years old right now. So, normal elephants in our world can live up to 40 to 60 years, or even 80 to 90 years old. So, Tanisha's like 10 times the usual lifespan of a giant. I mean, why did I say giant? Elephant, sorry. So yeah, she's really old. And also, I know we don't really know what gender Zunisha is. I'm just going with she because Zunisha sounds like a girl's name, okay? I'm just going with she. And also, if I tried to use the it pronoun, I'd slip up and use she, okay? I would. So, we're just gonna start out with she. So, usually in our world, it takes an estimate of 25 years for an elephant to reach maturity. And also, fun fact, the oldest elephant in the world was Lin Wang. I probably just butchered that name, which was an Asian elephant that died in 2003 at 86 years old. So, Zunisha would have approximately been 100 years old at the start of the Void Century and 200 years old by the end. So, at some point in that time frame, I think that the mink tribe had to end up living on her back. And of course, like I just said, she has a country of anthropomorphic animals living on her back. And said anthropomorphic animals are highly loyal to the Kozuki clan of the Wano Kingdom. So, and case the point, they were willing to let their entire civilization just die off, for one person, because he was a retainer of the Kozuki clan. So yeah, they are ridiculously loyal. And Zunisha has apparently been cursed somehow for some kind of crime that she committed, and she has been cursed to walk for all eternity. So, this was said by Zunisha herself through Momonosuke while Zack was attacking Zoe. And the quote is, in the ancient past, Zoe committed a crime. Because of this, it was sentenced to walk for all eternity, to only act at the behest of an order, to the end of time. So, with this quote, I have to wonder if the minks also had something to do with getting Zoe cursed, because Momonosuke said Zoe, not Zunisha. And this is a little bit confusing. It confused me a lot at first, but Zoe is the name of the country. Zunisha is the name of the elephant. So, with Momo saying Zo instead of Zunisha, and Zo being the name of the country and not the name of the elephant, which is Zunisha. I have to wonder if the minks weren't already living on Zunisha during the Void Century, or at least had like a very special relationship with her, and it was them and not just Zunisha that committed the crime. Because while the minks can leave Zo, I mean, most choose to stay. We haven't really seen that many minks in the One Piece universe outside of Zo. We have Beppo from Law's crew, we have Peckham's from Big Mom's crew, and we have the minks from Zo, so it's kind of like they are cursed to forever walk the seas along with Zunisha. They can, of course, leave, but it's their homeland. They're not going to want to, for most. So, due to the said curse, Zunisha can only act when given an order, presumably by the Kozuki bloodline. So, as she was being attacked by Jack, Zunisha kept begging for someone to give her an order. And the only persons who could hear that plea was Luffy and Momo. Luffy, even though he could hear her, he cannot speak with her. Luffy was like yelling, like, who are you? What's going on? Like, all this. And Zunisha was not answering him. Which, I don't know if that's because she couldn't hear him, or if she just couldn't respond. Because when Zunisha was talking, she was not talking to Luffy, she was talking to Momo. But Luffy still heard her through his voice of all things. So I have to wonder if, along with only obeying the order of the Kozuki bloodline, if she could only speak to the Kozuki bloodline. So she might have been able to hear Luffy, she just could not respond to him. So that might be a thing, or it's like she flat out could not hear him. And when Momo asked, what's going on, she responded to him and told him about the curse and, begged him again to give her an order. Like, if you do not give me an order right now, you're all gonna die. So, and even Luffy, who has very good instincts, sometimes I have to wonder if that's part of his voice of all things, just, instinctively knowing what to do. I have to wonder. He told Momo that he had to be the one to give Zunisha the order. Luffy knew that he could not give Zunisha the order. It had to be Momo. So that kind of goes to show that only someone from the Kozuki bloodline can give Zunisha that order. It was also said that Lord Odin, who was Momo's father, could also hear Zunisha. The thing with that is that it was said that when Goldie Roger and Lord Odin came to Zo, they were the only two people who could hear Zunisha, but they couldn't respond. Neither one of them. So I have to wonder if the whole ordering thing, the ability to order Zunisha around, skips a generation maybe, or if that was just like a typo or something like that, where it was actually like Gold Roger couldn't respond, but Lord Odin could, or if it was just really like neither one of them could respond to Zunisha, she didn't hear them. Who knows? So, and now to Momo's facts. I only had two. And it's pretty obvious. He's heir to the Wano Kingdom's Kozuki clan. His father was the daimyo before the shogun and Kaido killed him. And he can hear and command Zunisha. That's all I've got. He also has a artificial zone, which allows him to turn into a Eastern dragon, I think. Chinese dragon. Okay. Isn't that the same thing? Yeah, I don't know. It allows him to turn into a dragon. Okay. Which I don't really think that has anything to do with commanding Zunisha or anything. So, now to my questions, and I have quite a few. How in the blessed world was Zunisha cursed? Because what's weird about this is that we've never heard of the ability to curse something or someone. At the beginning of the story, it was established that people got their special abilities in the One Piece universe through devil fruits. Then we get introduced to Miss Golden Week during the Little Garden arc. And her ability to affect people through the use of the different colors of paint that she had did not come from a devil fruit. Actually, her and I think Mr. 5 were the only high-ranking members or officers of the Baroque works that did not have a devil fruit. So after we get introduced to Miss Golden Week and her entirely insane ability, we then finally learn what hockey is. Hallelujah. Like, we found out about hockey actually in the first chapter, which pretty much everyone knows about this by now, I'm pretty sure. Shanks used it to chase away the Sea King that was after Luffy in the first chapter, and it's been like sprinkled all throughout the series until finally Marineford, which just basically slapped us with it, and then finally Rayleigh, while he was teaching Luffy, explained it all, and we finally learned what the crap this was. So, then we get Bastille Hawkins and Madame Shirley. And these two bother me, like, even more than Miss Golden Week. Because Miss Golden Week, colors, they have actually, like, art therapy is based off the fact that colors affect how people feel. So, Miss Golden Week takes it to a whole new level, but still, it's kind of based off something. And just Bastille Hawkins and Madame Shirley can see the actual legitimate future. And I'm not talking about Katakuri, which can see the future 5 seconds in the future with his observation. I mean, like, years into the future. Well, at least Madame Shirley. Bastille's ability is more looking at his tarot cards and, like, seeing the percentage of, like, if he'll die during a fight, if he will win a fight, or if he has a higher percentage chance of escaping from his enemy. So that's how his ability works. But Madame Shirley can legitimately see the future. Like, she has the crystal ball and everything. And, like, she predicted the coming of the Age of Pirates. She predicted Whitebeard's death. Don't know if she saw Ace's death, but I know she saw Whitebeard's. So, yeah, she can see these things, like, years into the future. So, her ability is insane, and I have no earthly idea what it could be, because she does not have a devil fruit. Duh. She is a mermaid, and it would kind of be kind of productive for a mermaid to have a devil fruit, because, I mean, we don't know exactly how old Madame Shirley is, do we? Because I know when mermaids reach like 40 years of age or something like that, like their tails can split and they can walk on them like legs. Don't know if Madame Shirley can do that, but I mean, she lives like 10,000 meters below sea level and runs a cafe down there at Fishman Island, so I'm pretty sure she does not have a devil fruit. Did we ever get to see her actually swimming, though? I don't think we ever got to see her swimming. Anyway, so, and also, I don't think Bastille Hawkins' ability comes from a devil fruit. If it does, I want to know what in the blessed world that guy's devil fruit is, because, I mean, he can make voodoo dolls, apparently. He can turn his body into this straw creature with, like, nails for fingers. Well, not fingers, more like, fingernails. Very funny. Don't know if that's a joke. It might be. So, like, all that, and I don't see how turning into a straw man and creating voodoo dolls made out of straw connects with seeing the future. Don't see how that works. So I don't think it's part of his devil fruit. I really, really want to know what that devil fruit is, because it is bothering me. But I don't think his ability to see the future is a part of it. So, and also, I don't think, like, observation hockey has anything to do with either Bastille or Madame Shirley, because, like, Katakuri can see just 5 seconds into the future. Madame Shirley can see years into the future. And also, Bastille, he's looking at tarot cards while he is, like, deciding this. I don't think it has much to do of observation hockey, because, like, observation hockey can tell, like, how strong a person is, but I don't think that it can tell, like, percentages of, like, how likely you are to escape or something. Well, I guess he could be using it to, like, see how strong they are, and then just, like, using tarot cards because it's kind of like his personality quirk, and he's just, like, really smart, and he can, like, calculate all this, maybe, I don't know. But Madame Shirley is the real deal, so, yeah, I have no idea what is up with her. So, with all that, we don't have anything that could explain an ability to curse somebody. We don't even have, like, a devil fruit, or really not a devil fruit, not hockey, obviously. It's just some random ability if it's not a devil fruit. So, and also, like, it's been a long, long time since the Void Century ended, like 800 years. So if it's been that long and she was cursed, or Zunisha was cursed during the Void Century, or at the end of the Void Century, the user of the Devil Fruit, if it was a Devil Fruit, would be dead by now. And if the user was dead, then I'm pretty sure that would mean that the effect of the Devil Fruit would have worn off. So, I don't think it's a Devil Fruit. I definitely don't think it's hockey. It's just some random ability that we had not seen yet. And even with, like, Luffy's voice of all things, we do not have an explanation for what the crap that is. Where the crap that came from. So, yeah. Next question. what was her crime? So, if it was just Zunisha who committed the crime, what could an elephant do to be cursed like she was? And could it be betrayal? Because, could Zunisha or even the Minks have betrayed the Kozuki clan during the Void Century, since the Ancient Kingdom was fighting off the world government, or at least trying to, and then, of course, they failed. We know the Kozuki clan was an ally of the Ancient Kingdom, since the Kozuki clan was the ones to create the poneglyphs. And if the Minks had been loyal to the Kozuki clan for all these years, they might have been retainers for the clan all the way back then, like Nekomamushi and Inarachi, I'm so sorry, are now. So betraying the Kozuki clan could be the reason they'd be cursed. And if they cursed or betrayed the Kozuki clan, and that was the reason for the curse, then it could also be the reason why they're so loyal right now. The Minks of the Void Century could have been so ashamed of what they'd done that they didn't tell, like, future generations about it, but they impressed a sense of loyalty to the Kozuki clan onto those future generations. So now we're at current timeline, and the Kozuki clan, or the Minks, would all die for one Kozuki clan member, even if it was just a retainer. So yeah, that's just a theory, which this entire thing, but it might have happened, and it could be something entirely different. But another question, who cursed her? It could be the leader of the Kozuki clan during the Void Century. That would make a lot of sense. Since Joy Boy seems to be popping up, we also, like, last chapter, it was mentioned that maybe the hat was Joy Boy's, and maybe the second, one poster in whoever that was his hand was maybe Joy Boy's, which Joy Boy lived during the Void Century, so one, did they even have Warner posters back then? And two, if they did, how in the blessed world did a piece of paper last that long? Which then again, we have papyrus, the paper that the Egyptians used. I am so sorry. I know what it is. I just can't say it. So then again, maybe it could. So maybe it could be Joy Boy. There's a lot of theories saying that Joy Boy was the leader of the D clan way back when. So, and also we know that he had a kind of special relationship with the mermaid princess back then, who was Poseidon. So maybe he had a special ability, like, I don't know. He might have had Luffy and Roger's voice of all things. He might have had the ability to curse somebody, maybe? I don't know. And also, like, how is Momo able to control Zunisha? Because, like I said, there isn't a way that we know of, devil fruit usage or otherwise, that allows someone to curse anything. And likewise, there isn't one that forces a person to do as they're told, when told by a certain person. Well, there is Sugar's Hobby no Mi, which has that contract part of her devil fruit, but I don't think she can use that on anyone that she hasn't already turned into a toy. So, but with Zunisha or Zoe's, whichever one it is, curse, Zunisha is forced to continuously do an action, which is walk, until given an order, and I don't think that she is capable of refusing that order. I think that she has to follow that order when she is given it. So, yeah, I want to know how that happened, because, like, these things are abilities that we have not seen in the One Piece world, because, like I said, we have devil fruits, we have hockey, and then we have random abilities that have no explanation for them. So I have no idea. And the last question is, what is Zunisha's connection to the Void Century? Obviously, she has one. She was alive during it. So she might have actually been like a battle elephant, maybe. I mean, we used to have that in our world. Don't know. Don't think we still do, considering, you know, technology nowadays. So she might have been a battle elephant back then, and maybe she escaped with the minks on her back during like a very important battle, and that ended up with like the ancient kingdom losing or something. And that made the Kozuki clan leader very angry and maybe cursed her, maybe. So she might have just been like I don't really want to say vessel or retainer, because, I mean, she's an intelligent elephant, but she is still an elephant. She might have just been I also want to call her a tool, because she's an elephant, a living thing. She might have just been something that the Kozuki clan and the minks used to fight the world government, or whatever they were called back then, because most likely they were called something else, probably rebels or something like that, which is kind of funny considering now you have the world government, which is full of buttholes, and now you have the Revolutionary Army, which is rebels. Duh. So that's basically all I have explanation wise for what her connection to the Void Century could be. Obviously, she's going to have a connection with the Void Century. She was alive during it. So yeah. And that is the end of this video. If y'all have anything that y'all want to say, please leave a comment below what you think could have caused Zunisha to be cursed, or whether you think that the minks had something to do with the curse, or just like what you think about Momo. I personally do not think that Momo has the voice of all things, mostly because the voice of all things seems to only be the ability to hear, and Momo can, of course, order Zunisha around, so I don't think that he has the voice of all things. If y'all have any other explanations for any of these questions, please feel free to comment below, or if you have a question of your own, please comment it below. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope you have a safe week.